Good morning, teacher. I am Miss Sujittra. Today, I'm proud to present research outline in the topic Instructional Leadership Development Strategy of Teacher in School under Udon Thani Primary Educational Service Area Office 2. Background and importance of problems. The 12th National Economic and Social Development Plan aims to lay the foundation for Thai people to be complete people. But currently, Thailand still has student quality problems that show at PISA Assessment 2018. Teachers are the key to organizing the learning process to develop students to reach their potential and quality. The United States has turned its attention to education to solve the problem of teaching and learning management. According to the primary and secondary education curriculum, researchers and educators are interested in leadership seriously academic since 1980 onwards. They believe that instructional leadership can make good education quality. So, researchers interested in instructional leadership lead to research in the topic Instructional Leadership Development Strategies of Teachers. Research question. There are two research questions. 1. What is the current and desirable condition of the instructional leadership development of teachers in schools under Udon Thani Primary Educational Service Area Office 2? And 2. Strategies for developing instructional leadership of teachers in schools under Udon Thani Primary Educational Service Area Office 2. What should be? Objectives of the research. There are two objectives of the research. Follows. 1. To study the current and desirable conditions of the development of instructional leadership of teachers in school under the Udon Thani Primary Educational Service Area Office 2, and to develop strategy for developing teachers instructional leadership in schools under the Office of Udon Thani Primary Educational Service Area Office 2. Scope of research. Population. The research population was teachers in schools under Udon Thani Primary Educational Service Area Office 2. Study variable. Teacher instructional leadership development and strategic planning. Definition. Teacher instructional leadership. Teacher instructional leadership development. Teacher development strategies definitions. Expected benefits. 1. Obtain information about the current and desirable conditions in relation to the development of instructional leadership of teachers. 2. A strategy for developing instructional leadership of teachers was developed through offering opinions and exchanging knowledge from experts and people involved in education management, stakeholders, enabling educational areas and schools to use for developing teachers' instructional leadership with efficiency and effectiveness. Concepts, theory, and related research. Concept of instructional leadership, concept of teacher leadership, relationship of leadership with teacher leadership, concept of leadership components and teacher leadership, leadership development, guideline for teacher development according to government policies, principle of strategic planning, and research related to the development of instructional leadership of teachers. Research methodology. Research methodology of this research was conducted by using mixed methods, qualitative research and quantitative research methods. Research steps. The research steps consist of 5 research steps as follows. Step 1. Studying various theories and concepts and studying the current and desirable conditions of instructional leadership development of the teachers by having teachers answer the questionnaire. Step 2. Analyze the environment, assess strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, currents, obstacles, and desirable conditions of education institutions for the development of teacher instructional leadership from the questionnaire. The data obtained were formulated as a state strategy. 1. Population and sample. Population are teachers in school under the Udon Thani Primary Educational Service Area Office 2. Sample group are teachers in Udon Thani Primary Educational Service Area Office 2. Each number of schools, 3 of these samples were obtained by multi-state random sampling. 2. The instrument for data collection. The instrument used for data collection at this stage was the current condition and desirable conditions of instructional leadership development questionnaires. 1 copy of the data was collected by teachers. 3. Data collection. Sent and received by mail and part of the manual sent and received. 4. Data analysis. The researcher analyzed the data for each part of the questionnaire as follows. Part 1. Analyze the basic data of respondents by using descriptive statistics to distribute the frequency and find the percentage of respondents. Second, the present and desirable conditions of teacher instructional leadership development were analyzed using the mean and standard deviation software package. By analyzing the overall picture and decomposition analysis, the strength, weakness, and threats of teachers' instructional leadership development. Develop teachers' instructional leadership by analyzing the data obtained from the Part 2 questionnaire to find SWOT from the questionnaire using PNI modified index statistics. Step 3. Drafting strategies for developing teachers' instructional leadership. Step 4. Examine the suitability and feasibility of instructional leadership development strategy by experts using the focus group technique. Use assessment and discussion. Examine the suitability and feasibility of the first draft of the instructional leadership development strategy for teachers by qualified person and educational stakeholder individually. 1. Qualified information providers and people involved in educational management. Stakeholder consists of administrators or academics in administration or personnel development or educational administration who have knowledge or experience and have academic results related to the development of instructional leadership of teachers and those involved. With a general education management of 30 people by choosing a specific type by purposive sampling. Research step 2. The instruments used in the strategic assessment were divided into 3 parts. Part 1. General information of respondent. Part 2. Their opinions on the suitability and feasibility of primary strategies. Minor strategy of teacher instructional leadership development. And Part 3. Comments on the suitability and feasibility of teachers instructional leadership development methods. 3. Data collection. After the researcher has drafted the teacher instructional leadership development strategy first draft and sent it to the expert and those involved in the research management education stakeholders individually to determine the suitability and feasibility of implementing the strategy by sending and receiving by mail and in person. 4. Data analysis. Implementing the strategy using frequency, percentage, and content analysis. Examine the suitability and feasibility of the second draft of the teacher instructional leadership development strategy by experts and people involved in education management. Stakeholder is a group. 1. The informant who provide information were educational academics, school administrators, and teachers in school under the Udon Thani Primary Educational Service Area Office 2 by purposive sampling. 2. Instrument used for collecting was interview recording data. 3. Data collection. Researcher invites experts and persons involved in the education stakeholders to the group discussion by focus group discussion. And 4. Data analysis. Analyze data by content analysis. And the last one, step 5. Researchers improve teachers' instructional leadership development strategies based on expert recommendations and write a complete report on teachers' instructional leadership development strategies. Thank you very much, sir.